here we have it, the last of the tech videos from the Tour de France. It's a good one. It's the winner's bike. So what was Jonas riding at the Tour? Well, of course it was the Cervelo, a brand that has sponsored the Jumbo Visma team since 2001 when they took over from Bianchi. And for Jonas, well, he had a couple of bikes he could choose from. Obviously, he had the lightweight climbing bike, the R5, which he used to devastating effect in the mountains. And for quite a few stages that, well, you would have thought he would use the R5 for, he went for the S5, the more aero bike from Cervelo's lineup, and that's the bike that we managed to get our hands on. So let's take a look at what he's using. For starters, well, the group set is from SRAM and it is the red Axis one, but there's a few little noticeable bits and pieces here that I picked up on when I had a look at the bike. The main one being that the levers are actually the smaller sort of force rival shape that are available at the moment, because the current SRAM red levers are a lot bigger, something that we'll see in a minute on Wout van Aert's bike, because yeah, I've got that bike as well to show you. Apparently these red lever shapes have been in use by SRAM sponsored athletes since the cross season. Does this mean that we got a new red group set coming anytime soon? I do hope so. As for his setup, well, he was on some occasions using a 1x, but the bike we got hold of on the day we managed to get the grubby mitts on it, he was actually at a 2x setup. 39.52 up front, matched to a 10.30 out back. But according to the team, throughout the race he also used a 10.28 and a 10.36. The 10.28 was used at the time trial. There was also a 10.33 thrown in there, so plenty of cassettes that aren't actually available to us mere mortals. Crank length is 172.5. Bars are the bars and stem are all that integrated, very fancy V-shaped looking things. Stem length is a 110mm matched to a 38cm bar. Wheels come from Cervelo's sister brand, Reserve. In this case he had a 63 deep out back and a 52 up front. They're wrapped in Vittoria Corsa Speed for training, but he did just use the standard Vittoria Corsa Pro in 28s for racing, and of course they are tubeless. Now I'm pretty sure from my foggy memory that this is possibly the very first time we've seen speed play pedals atop of the podium at the Tour, because yeah, Wahoo speed play aero pedals were the pedals of choice for Vingegaard, even though apparently they're sponsored by the manufacturer. They are allowed to choose what pedals they want, because I did have a nose around the rest of the team bikes and there was a few on Shimano. Apparently they were allowed to choose after the classics. Before then they had to use the speed play pedals. That's not often something we see, especially with the bigger teams. Well, especially with probably the biggest team in the peloton at the moment. Okay, on to a bike for a gentleman who had to leave a race early because his wife was having a baby. Good lad, Wout van Aert. You made the right decision there. He made it just in time, didn't he? Anyway, he was also on the Cervelo S5 frame set, but he definitely had a bit of a different setup here. The day we got hold of it, he was running a 1x. In this case, a 52 size chainring. 172.5 cranks again, just like his teammate, and a 10.33 cassette out back. Bar and stem length, well, being a hard northern professional, he's got to go for a long stem, and so he's got 130 stem matched to a 40 width bar. Again, and he's another guy that is keeping with team sponsorship parts by using the Speed Play Aero pedals as well. Saddle is a Physic Antares. Wheels again are from Reserve, wrapped in Vittoria Corsa Pros in 28mm. There we are, all the Tour Tech coverage done for another year. Let me know what you think of the two bikes in this video, and if you haven't checked out all the other videos, go back and have a look at them. There's loads to go at. I think we did about 9 or 10 in total. As always, give us a subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a like, it all helps. And thanks for watching and enjoy your riding.